And now it's been told to go, south, and now they're probably going. This is a clear war crime, and it's an insult to our intelligence, and the American government must investigate to what's going on, and it's very sad that experts have been pushing this IDF narrative, and they're deleting their tweets after almost every day, and this is unfortunate that the
Mention one
people who.
expert. Mention one expert that's deleted
Yeah,
a
who's
tweet.
deleting their
Mention
tweets?
one.
What?
Who
No, no,
who
no.
deleted that tweet every day? Tell me.
No,
Give
no,
me one.
the IDF have been
I thought you
deleting the
said
tweets. That's
experts.
what I mean. No, the experts have been falling for their
You
tweets,
are
man.
fake news.
Why you capping, bro?
Yeah,
Why you
yeah,
capping?
yeah. That's
Why you
it.
capping, man?
So, yeah. Oh, Colonel Spencer is here. Colonel Spencer,
Yeah.
can
You
you comment
goddamn
already,
right,
man?
man. That's my brother, man. That's my
Hey,
brother,
Colonel
man. What's the
Spencer.
word?
Yeah,
Let's do
What's
I
the
it.
love, I
word?
love,
Doctor
I love,
All
Expert.
right,
Let's
come
I
do
love,
on,
it.
I
come on,
love, I
lads.
love,
Come
I
Let's
love
on.
get
Let's
out
Colonel
of
go.
this
What's
thing.
up,
Spencer.
John? What's going on,
We've got
man?
we've
What's
got
up,
Yeah,
John
Nelson?
Spencer
What's
in
I
here.
going
love, I
on?
We've
love
got
Colonel
Lev. We've
Spencer.
got everybody.
Look at this. You got
Colonel,
an amazing panel
Colonel
there,
Spencer,
Nelson.
Man, mute your
Colonel.
goddamn mic,
Yeah.
Abdul. Shit.
Mr. Spencer's with us, although I
Yeah,
feel Mr.
I love
Spencer
Mr.
sometimes. Sorry,
Colonel
Colonel
Spencer.
Spencer
All
is
right, wait,
How
let's
you
hear
doing,
from
John?
John. Let's hear from John, right? John, what's your take, man? Successful raid, failed witch hunt. What's the deal?
So one, first reports in war always, you know, yeah, laugh it up there, Abdul, whatever your name is. Uh,
Colonel
it ain't
Spencer is
over.
Dr. Abdullah. Dr. Abdullah, Colonel.
Man, he
Abdullah,
said put
sorry
some
about that.
respect on my name, dog.
No, I'm
It's
sure
not it's
you're.
not just Abdullah.
Bro, mute your
Whole
goddamn mic,
Islamic
man. Shit, you always
Spencer.
jumping at the wrong fucking time, man. Shit.
Nelson, here's my take: is wait and see. I still think we're going to wait and see. The hospital has not been cleared. The hospital has not been entered. People keep getting tripped over on words. 100%. The complex. Yes, the IDF have entered a complex, and they sent Jonathan Conricus forward. They sent embedded journalists. Of course, people won't believe these guys to show what they've initially found. They have not. Yeah, it's so funny, right? So I'm sure if something is revealed, like, yeah, I agree. If there is no tunnel complexes under the hospital, if the Israel and U.S. intelligence who came out yesterday made a stand, like, look, we have evidence, we've declassified evidence, we agree there are tunnels, it is a headquarters. If that comes to be wrong, it's wrong. But you got people jumping the gun. My feeling jumping the gun. Wait till you see
The
conclusive
IDF, the
on
IDF
both
is.
ways.
Absolutely, and also they're talking about that. You guys are saying that there was no cache of RPGs and everything. This is their headquarters. Who's going to keep RPGs 7 floors below a tunnel? How are you going to get them up and everything? That's not where you're going to have all the
Real quick.
military.
Dake left.
One
Dake.
second, Dr. Abdul. God damn, man, shit, bro. If you were a doctor and giving me surgery, bro, I might just sue your dumb ass, right? Talking all the motherfucking time.
Well,
What's
we figured out what is it, doctor in, doctor and
we gonna
dumbass.
figure it out,
Wow, John, this is a
Hey,
side of you I've never
Colonel,
seen,
Colonel,
man.
I'm sorry.
I'd be nice. I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't talking about you.
All right,
Calm
real quick
down.
though. So check this out. Here's the deal. Here's my thing. Honestly, I feel like they shouldn't have released that video. The video that you have up there, up top. Hold up. Somebody retweet that. But the video up top that I posted, right, regarding, what the IDF found, the little 4-minute clip or whatever. They shouldn't have posted that, right? Because again, everyone is waiting to see those goddamn tunnels, right? They're trying to see the Hamas headquarters. That's the video that everybody wants to see, right? Because you're showing me this video right now. You got a couple AKs, couple fucking terrorist grenades or whatever the fuck. I mean, dude, you got people in fucking Texas and Nebraska that got more guns than that in their fucking homes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you gotta. Yeah, I feel you 100%. But you also have to put it in context with the other hospital video, which Syria girl, everybody else is like, oh, that's staged. That's not real. You can't even. That's even not. That is not even the basement of the hospital. Like those aren't those weapons. It's a different location, so you can
That
tell.
was only the radiology room, John.
Right?
They didn't
Yeah.
even go down the whole hospital.
Don't change the subject. Stick to Al Shifa
Nay,
Hospital,
please,
please.
guys.
Okay. I'll
You.
That's
So basically, guys,
invest.
Let's
it's an operation. We have to be careful because we have our soldiers inside. They also need to evacuate the people to take care, help to everybody, included all the terrorists, because we also want to investigate them and all the people that works inside the hospital. It's take time. It's not coming out of the
You
blue.
guys sound so stupid on stage right now.
God damn.
Well,
Grab
Nick,
your popcorn,
God dang.
grab your
Nick,
Oxycontin, grab your Xanax, because it's going down tonight.
I
You
want to
found
hear
nothing in
you.
that
Okay,
hospital.
okay. I
Grab
want to
it
hear you
all.
You're
in a
so
week
you're just
from
showing
now.
how stupid you are,
Grab it all. You
dude.
guys found
yo,
nothing in
You
that
know what a
I
hospital.
think
hospital
you took too
complex
much.
is?
I think you took too much.
Yeah, you taking some of those drugs. I mean, great, crazy.
That guy
You're
took
too
way
much. You
too
gotta
much
take. You
Adderall.
gotta take. Yeah, take a little less, bro. First of all, let's understand something. We're all sitting here talking about like there's a fucking door to a tunnel that everybody knew where it was. We just need to walk in and go. They have to find it. They have to. They just got into a huge hospital. They have to evacuate the hospital. They have to go. What if that tunnel could be fucking anywhere? It could be under a fucking door, under a fucking slab of garbage. I mean, it's not just like it's in
No,
plain view.
they
They
may
gotta
have to
find
build
it.
it. They may
Wait,
have
but
to build it.
yesterday you guys had U.S. and Israeli intelligence. You guys knew
Yeah,
exactly where it
no, it
was.
is
Hold
underneath.
on, hold on, hold
Correct.
on, hold on. I waited for you to finish. So
No, you didn't. You butt
the
in was talking about drugs.
yeah, no, John Spencer, you are a
Oh, here
military,
we go.
you
Here
are
we
a
go.
military
Yeah,
analyst that failed. So everything that you've been talking about this week has gone to,
you
man, it's
got
gone.
nothing, dude. You got
You
shit.
guys,
You got
hold on a
nothing.
second. Hold on. You guys went into the hospital.
No, they didn't.
What do you
Facts.
mean
Yeah,
they
Let's
please,
just
didn't?
talk
please,
Come
please,
on,
facts.
please,
man. See, that's
please.
oh,
Facts.
how did you guys not? You guys were in the hospital. They went
Who's you
into the
We
guys? I'm
basement.
not
entered.
They,
IDF.
Israel
okay,
So
great. Well,
entered.
I'm talking. You're pro-Israeli, so I'm talking Israeli. Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
They
pro
Neko.
fact.
great.
I'm
Yeah,
pro
The
fact,
Israel.
crazy
the
guy.
No,
okay.
no, no. You
So
are pro.
you are not pro facts because the past couple of days you've been talking about there is tunnels, Hamas is in there. You guys have been not you, but in general, there's hostages in Al Shifa Hospital. There's Hamas in Al Shifa Hospital. The
The
video.
video shows there was Hamas at Al Shifa
Hold on, one
Hospital.
mic, please, one mic, and then you can go ahead and rebuttal
No,
me, and you can
that's
debate
Rich from
me,
the guy who just
and
butted
you can
in.
say what you
Nobody
want.
gave you
Okay?
the mic, man.
No,
Nobody gave it.
no. It's my turn to talk, okay? Because you guys have been talking. You guys have been talking a lot
All
of
right,
shit the
talk
last
your
couple
shit,
of
man.
days, man.
Talk your shit. Let's
You, you
go.
know the video that just like Nelson just said. The worst thing you guys could have did was release that video with them clean ass. You know them
Real
washing
quick, real
machines
quick,
that they had in
Nico,
in.
Nico, Nico, just real quick, right? Just do this for me. Follow these instructions, right? So grab your little phone, okay? Hold it in your hand, right? Make sure you keep your hand in that same position, okay? Now move your head 2 steps back away from that goddamn phone. Leave it in the same position though, right? Because right now you are bathing 500 people in this space with your saliva, my brother. That shit don't sound sexy. You understand what I'm saying?
No, no, Nelson. No,
Like
no,
that
don't.
motherfucker
No,
just
no, don't tell him.
spitting
Well,
on my face. I should slap the fuck out of
no,
you right
fuck
now,
off,
bro.
mate.
I'm like,
I'm sorry about that.
All
Fuck.
right, Nelson. My bad. Hey,
I
my
literally
bad. My
spat
bad,
all over my
Nelson. I'm
phone
gonna
for
go.
that.
I'm gonna
Christ.
come in here. I'm gonna come in here a little
let's
smoother.
talk about it.
All right. So all I gotta say is I got my popcorn. I got my Xanax. I'm waiting on the crew to get up in here, cause everything that people have been talking for this last week, all right, it's all been bullshit. The IDF released a video
Are
of
you the
some
same person?
bullshit.
I can't hear you over
Uh,
your. I have to be honest. It sounds like a
they
different person.
they have released a video of some bullshit today, Nelson. They look here, look on the wall, look, Hamas. Oh, look here, oh, Hamas. They didn't release nothing, Nelson. I got more guns in my house, Nelson. I got more guns in my house,
Shit, I
Nelson.
believe it.
You
Why would they
probably got more
leave
guns,
guns
Nelson. I
there?
mean, let's
I
be
believe it.
honest. If this is supposed to be a headquarters, Nelson, this is supposed to be headquarters. This is supposed to be This is supposed to be groundbreaking and
Do I
breathtaking.
need to
I'm
get
gonna,
a?
I'm gonna.
Hey Nelson, do I need like a? Can I?
Hold
I'll
on, one
post a
mic. I'm
crown
talking to
picture up.
Nelson. I'm talking to.
No, it's very relevant to your. You had the mic. Do I need to draw a crown picture of what a hospital complex looks like? And the building that they released a video of is not the hospital. It is a structure in the Shifa Hospital complex. I mean, this is. Do I need
The
to draw a
radiology
crayon?
room. It's the
Right,
fucking radiology room.
They
One
just
right.
fucking room.
just a second. They think we are a terrorist that we are going to come inside the hospital with the guns and we are going to shout on everybody. We are going to kill everybody and we are going to look for the tunnels. Seriously, seriously, we are going to do it slowly for the
No,
Arabic
it's
speaker.
Israeli wood.
It's
That's
gonna
what it
be
is. It's Israeli wood. That's what it
quiet,
was.
quiet,
Israeli wood set
quiet.
this up.
It's
I'm
gonna be
serious. Gal
quiet.
One
Gadot.
second,
They brought
all right,
Gal
1 second,
Gadot. They brought
1 second,
everybody.
bro. Okay. So listen, we have fun in this space, right? We crack jokes, we laugh around or whatever, but let's try to maintain. Let's maintain that one mic policy, right? Let's maintain that one mic policy.
Can I actually say something at some point? Because there's
Absolutely, but
some
let's get
point.
Mariah to finish though. One mic or Mariah. Mariah, break it down.
Thank you. Thank you. So basically, we are supposed to be careful because we don't want to kill anyone. And this is why we are doing that very, very slow. And I'm going to tell you right now that it may take even a week because we don't want to kill any civilians. It's going to take us time to ask the right people the right question. We need to make them to cooperate with us because we need to be careful, guys. It doesn't work like that. And maybe if we were Hamas, it will take us maybe 2 minutes to kill everybody and to find everything that we want. But we are not a terrorist organization. We are an army, and we are going to do it in our way. And like we think it's the right things to do. You are not there. You are sitting in your house, holding your phone and speaking when our soldiers is fighting over there. So please respect to our soldiers.
I don't have to respect anybody.
I
First of all,
appreciate you. Let's go to Peter. Talk about it, man. What are your thoughts about this Al Shifa raid?
Um, you know, to be honest, I just want to make a couple of points about what I've heard right now, which is one that I don't think John is particularly. I think he just operates staunchly and very adheredly to military principles. You know, there was a space we were having another night, and there was a human rights proponent who is very respected. I've worked with her team, I know her well, or quite well. And John was disagreeing with her, but he wasn't doing so in such a way that was completely off the racket, right? So for people to sort of say that he's just purely pro-Israel, I mean, maybe he has more sympathies to the Israeli side. And John, I'm not speaking for you, but I'm just trying to sort of bring nuance to the conversation, which is sort of when someone is trying to literally objectively illustrate what international law means or IHL means, it doesn't get a lot of favor with people who are on the receiving end of that. So what I mean by that is that we have this hospital. This hospital has purportedly been a stronghold or an important place for Hamas activities. Now, we are not really in any reasonable area to know what that means. Whether using it as a storage of weapons, whether using it as literally somewhere to fucking plan attacks, where they're using it as somewhere to just bait the IDF forces to come into as a feint to them by which to get them stuck in the tunnels and do something else, right? There's a lot of potential scenarios with this. So I don't think that John is necessarily sort of saying that what Israel is doing is okay in the hospital scenario, but equally I think he's just trying to outline what this means. This is a chap who is well adversed with urban warfare. He's written basically the bloody handbook. John, I still want to get you on, by the way. That's sort of how I read his perspectives. Now, as someone who's studied this more broadly and worked on this more broadly, personally, I look at the hospital situation and I try to take a step back and I think, right, so what are we looking at here? We're looking at the busiest, the largest, the most active hospital in the entirety of not the Strip, but also the city. You know, lots of people camping outside. It's a absolute clusterfuck. Excuse my French. Right? It's a mess. This is what we knew would happen when the Israelis were going to first advance into the Gaza city strip. Right? This is why Netanyahu is saying that we might be there indefinitely, because these kinds of scenarios means it's impossible for you to plan long term about withdrawing or changing your military objectives and so on. So they've gone in, they've looked at the situation, and I have to be honest, the Israelis are very good at leveraging social media. They're active on Instagram, they're active on Twitter Spaces, they're active on social media in the sense of they put a video up where we've seen them walking around the hospital and showing that this was this is that, right? That's what the Ukrainians have done. They're very good at leveraging social media. They've been very good at winning the war sympathy from a non-Ukrainian perspective. They've won the information war versus the Russians, which have been mainly better at winning it within Russia. So the Israelis are very good at leveraging this for the perception that they're doing the right thing. I'm not saying they are or they're not. I'm just saying it from, you know, for me, this is what I learned on Saturday when I went and shadowed the Palestinian march here in London. They said the Israelis are very good at marketing. They're very good at perception. So the Israelis have gone in. They've said that there are tunnels. They said that this is within international humanitarian law, legitimate target. We have the right to strike this. We have the right to do what we're doing. So now we're at this impasse whereby one side is going to say this is a breach of humanitarianism and they're destroying. I mean, I posted a tweet, I think 2-3 hours ago, saying that they're sending in bulldozers. If the Israelis actually bulldoze the hospital, that is a huge gamble for the Israelis. And for me personally, I'm not sure that they could come back from them that if they get it wrong. I'm not saying
Never.
they have or haven't, but you know, that's sort of where I stand on it. So at the moment, the Israelis are putting a lot on the line for this hospital because it's so important for their campaign. But also, if they get it wrong, the Palestinians could have a field day in terms of framing this as the Israelis, you know, doing what they're doing.
100%. 100%. Definitely agree with that. I don't know though about winning the information warfare online. I don't know, bro. Hamas is doing a much better job, bro.
They are winning. No, it
A
depends if
much
you're talking
better
about
job.
Western or non-Western. But yeah, for sure, I agree with you on that.
John, let's talk
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, so I put Piotr's up there just for all the, you know, the people who want to make a claim about the hospital is clear, nothing was found. Piotr has a nice little map on there showing what building that the video is showing from. I will come back, and I hope some of these other special individuals will come back when the IDF say it's clear, and they didn't show us a tunnel, they didn't show us a headquarters, they didn't show us the things. You don't clear something like this in a raid like that in this complex in 24 hours. It's just a fact. I've done those operations. You didn't put the video. Nobody's talking about the video of the IDF delivering incubators and 100 pounds of baby food and all this stuff to the actual main hospital, which has not been entered. Uh, so there's some complexities in this, and thanks Peter for all the kind words about just trying to explain to people, like the good doctor and whatever he's a doctor in, that you don't have a war crime.
Emergency medicine, Colonel.
Okay,
And by the
emergency
way, they
medicine.
don't need
You triggered him.
Yeah, I triggered him. I woke him up.
they don't need incubators.
That motherfucker's still going. One
Yeah, he's
second.
still
One mic on
going.
John.
Like,
They
look,
need fuel.
again, we can have the conversation about what is a war crime, what is not a war crime, what is you shouldn't do, what can you do. Nobody's struck at the hospital. It's not, it's not a war crime to enter a hospital and clear it of enemy personnel. Yes, if you strike and make a protected site and that has not lost its protection, you can't show everybody else it's lost its protection, that would be a war crime. From the word I've gotten, the bulldozers aren't to bulldozer or anything, Piotr. They're to dig up to areas, kind of like you saw in the hospital 2 days ago.
John, just
Yeah.
just on this point though, but
Yeah.
because what was it literally a month ago? We had another hospital purportedly bombed, purportedly flattened, and then it turned out that it was hit in a bloody car park, and there was a fraction of. So the point I'm making is, I'm not reacting overly right now because at that time I was in Mario's space. I was freaking out. I was like, "Holy shit, 1,500 people!"
Yeah. No,
and
I
now I'm
know.
like, "No, we can't do
Yeah.
that anymore."
You
And
think
it's not
that some
because
of
I
these
take sides; it's
other
because you
people would
can't
be.
react.
You think that would have taught some of these other people, maybe they weren't around. Like, yeah, come on, like you should learn. You're not going to listen to me. That's fine. If you don't want to hear what the real rules of law say what you can and can't do. That's fine, but how about you just hold up and wait? But you want to jump to conclusions. Everybody, the whole hospital is clear. They didn't find anything. Come on, those bags of weapons are staged. That's nothing. All this. I think the IDF are also trying to learn that access of understanding that people don't want to wait. Right? You don't clear a building. You don't clear a tunnel without specialized equipment. Bomb dogs, bomb robots, special forces, like all this stuff. It all takes time, but if we want to have a space on, like, look, the video, it proves giant war crimes. Like, it's just silly.
Nelson, can I hop in real
1000.
quick?
Yeah, well, what's your name, my brother?
Sammy, your boy, Sammy.
Oh, real quick, guys, let me tell you a little bit about Sammy, right?
Techno
But
materialist.
before he
Hell
gets
yeah.
started, so you see that little tweet I put up there up top? I tweeted that probably about an hour ago with the video, right? Listen to this. This is the clip.
You don't want to admit that Jews were persecuted in Muslim lands.
Let's talk about
the Jewish
it.
people would have better lives under a Hamas government than they would under the Israeli modern government, which is oppressive towards Jews itself. Say they would be better under friggin' Hamas than they would be now.
One second. Did you say the Jewish people would be better off with Hamas as their leader? Sammy, you know what you are, my brother? Ask me what you are.
What is it, a dumbass?
That's exactly what the you are, my brother.
Exactly.
That's Sammy right there, by the way. Welcome, Sammy. Let's talk about it.
All right. Well, as your favorite pro-Palestinian voice on here, Nelson, I do want to say that even I am willing to wait a little bit and give the Israeli army some time to find.
What?
Because you want to know why? Because on October 7th, the Palestinians murked the Gaza Southern Command. So all the colonels and leaders in the Israeli military who understood how Gaza worked, they got murked on October 7th. So
I am going to address what you said because it's absolutely absurd.
So you're bragging about what happened on October 7th?
Yes, he is.
To the Israeli military, yep. Anyways, I do want to say we can give them some time, but we are witnessing in real time the shift of Nelson Epega from pro-Israeli to pro-Palestine.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, if you don't get the information you want, Nelson, you're gonna be pro-Palestine. And
man, this dude is cap, man.
Yeah, you know it.
This dude is cap. John,
yeah, no, I'm listening to it. Yo, you're one of the dumbest motherfuckers I know, bro.
That's
I
a
heard,
fact.
You're gonna be pro-Palestine too, Jonathan Banks.
Now I heard your young ass in here yesterday as well, talking dumb shit, bro. Talking about murking and all this other shit, bro. All right, whatever. You're cool. You know how to fucking use Afrocentric fucking slang and shit like that. All right. You the cool guy, but you're dumb as fuck. Okay. And you come up here, you don't bring no fucking no content. You come up here and be inflammatory, which I like. It's content, okay, but you bring no fucking real substance. And so I'm gonna laugh at your ass, but understand I'm laughing at you and I'm not laughing with you. Fuck you. Bye.
Nelson, can I get on it? Thank you so much. Yes, this is Dr.
Bro, I didn't even answer your question, man. Like,
the answer is no.
Like, what the fuck?
He tried to grab that mic. He tried to grab it. Hell no.
No one is gonna. I will not condone what happened October 7th. That was a terrorist attack, and I cannot stand Hamas as a terror group. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to stand up for the hospitals and the function. Is the largest hospital in Gaza. And I'm trying to stand up for the doctors, the nurses, the aides who are trying to take care of the patients. And we were told that this is the Pentagon of Hamas. And apparently, Colonel, who I respect a lot, I purchased your book and I've been following you when it comes to the war in Ukraine. The thing is that they were told within hours we were going to get some sort of evidence. And we got this tweet by the IDF, which they have to delete and walk back. I know there's a chance that there might be some tunnels found.
I appreciate that. Who said?
I'm almost finished, Colonel.
Yeah, but I want to ask a question about what you just said. Who said in hours you would know? Who said?
Yesterday.
But who?
Yesterday it was it was Yehuda's.
No, so that's not them. They didn't tell you they would show you anything in an hour.
No, they said that they will. But the things that they did, they said they posted this video. Where is it? Where is the beef, Colonel? And apparently there was not shot.
You gotta wait.
What does that tell you?
Oh, you're gonna get the beef,
They're
Doctor
they're
Abdullah. Believe
they're
me, you're
just
gonna get
they're
the big
You can get
beef.
the
left
sausage.
left. They
Sausage.
are just terrorizing the medical workers. That's all they're doing. That's all I wanted to say.
Doctor, how
But
could, but how
but
could you say,
we will never
how could you
support
say that?
Hamas.
But
Never.
you're talking about two sides out of your mouth. Before that, you were complaining that Israel is bombarding the hospital, that they're shooting up the hospital, they're gonna come.
I did not say they bombarded. Left. Don't put words into my mouth.
You
I did
said
not say they
strike.
bombarded the
Strike.
hospital. I never said
Strike.
that.
Okay, strike. Whatever. I'm technical word. I'm not trying to. I'm
A
paraphrasing.
raid, a raid.
Raid, whatever you want to use. I'm paraphrasing, okay? Whatever. You said that they were destroying the hospital. Now, if you take a look at, first of all, they raided. They came into the hospital. Nobody got killed. There wasn't a shootout where they were killing civilians and kids, like everybody on the spaces were talking about. That Israel was using this as an excuse that for Hamas to come in and destroy people. Now, on the opposite, there's no more bombing there. There's no more shooting there. And now Israel's going to help, and I agree with Jonathan 100%, reinstate that hospital to be a functional hospital and to be able to help, where the doctors are going to be able to work without the pressure of Hamas or Israeli gunfire, where it'll be a neutral site because they're going to get rid of Hamas around the hospital. So all Palestinians should be happy right now that the hospital is basically getting evacuated from Hamas and is going to be a neutral area where there's going to be no bombardment, and Israel is going to have even more of a obligation to now help the children, the people that are
Left.
there.
So I've got an interesting
With all due
point to this,
respect,
Lev.
with all due
Real
respect,
quick,
left.
one second,
Second,
guys.
Dom.
One second. Let me go to Dr. Waleed real quick. I want to go to the people on the stage that haven't had a chance to speak yet. Dr. Waleed, please jump in.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm not going to talk much. I just want to make a couple of quick comments. Honestly, I don't know what's going on in the Shifa hospital. It seems to me that they went into one particular part of the hospital and not the entire complex. It's really way too early to tell the entire story. And they're being really careful with this because the eyes of the world are on them, and it's a hospital, and it's such a sensitive, such a sensitive place. But to their credit, they didn't come in and start shooting patients and start shooting doctors. I can only imagine. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, you're good.
I
You're
can,
good, bro.
yeah.
Okay.
We
You
can
can
hear you.
only imagine if Hamas
I'm
on
gonna leave
October
and pull it
7th.
up. Sorry.
You can
Okay.
only imagine if Hamas on October 7th trespassed into a hospital on the other side, what they would have done to the patients and the doctors and the carnage they would have done. So for all the, I'm not going to call them pro-Palestinians, honestly. I'm going to call them pro-Hamas. So all the pro-Hamas on this space, you really be ashamed of yourself. So what? So
Oh,
let's
get
say,
lost, Doctor.
One second. Let him
okay,
finish,
let
bro.
me
Let him
finish my
finish.
thought. I did not interrupt you.
Get lost.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me finish my thought. Let's say, and okay, theoretically, that this was a feint and another intelligence failure for Israel. Okay,
I just
you
said
can
it was
ask for.
Hamas. I just said that.
Okay. Thanks. Okay, I'm not saying So why are you telling me to get lost? I'm saying my opinion. It's a democracy. It's a free country.
No, you said all of us. Don't
Dr.
do that,
Abdul,
please.
Dr. Abdul,
No,
let him finish, man. Come on.
I did not attack you, sir. I did not attack you. Okay, I'm just making a point that you do have. You're a doctor yourself. You do have to give credit that they did act professionally with the doctors and the patients, they've minimized the violence. At least give them that.
So I'd like to add a
Absolutely.
couple of points of actual substance here from a friend of mine that I trust and value.
Let's do it.
Basically, what he's talking about in terms of the hospital. So there's a few interesting points here. So let me find it. Okay, so he shared with me some interesting things about the size of the hospital. So that there are reports from about 9 years ago from Amnesty, which is very pro, obviously, Palestine or human rights, and they found that there was an outpatient clinic building that had been shut down and basically taken over by Hamas and was used as, quote, a holding structure for torture and interrogation. And then they've gotten about 600 patients at the facility and finding a way to do these sorts of things whilst minimizing a way to risk patients. So there's this sort of dual usage. And then there were about at least, let me quote him here, 1,500 internally displaced persons and 500 staff on site. So there's been a clearing out whilst distinguishing civilian from combatants, whilst also being concerned about booby traps and potential hostages. And then when it comes to the bulldozers, they reckon that they are to sort of to the point of not demolish the building, but try to deal with digging up the tunnels and manage the bunker that's beneath the parking lot. So those are some of the points that my friend mentioned. I'm not taking sides on it. I'm just sharing their points. I do respect their perspective. I know how Palestinians are going to feel about this matter, and I kind of appreciate that, which is sort of, does this set potentially a dangerous precedent in that if you begin to find reasons by which to knock down one humanitarian slash civic site, can you find a way to justify it? And there's, as we've already mentioned, the Israelis are quite good at this sort of prospective manipulation. So could they do it again? Under international humanitarian law in a purely objective sense, if you have any reasonable doubt that there is not enough evidence to suggest that a humanitarian site, or a public site, so a school, a hospital, whatever it is not used for combatants purposes, then you cannot strike it. John, correct me if I'm wrong, but if the Israelis are
Protected sites. Yeah,
adhering to
you said public. Yeah, protected sites.
protected sites, public
Yeah.
sites, excuse me. But that's my point. So if there's any reasonable doubt that the hospital wasn't used as a site for Hamas activity, the Israelis should not strike it, as much as they may want to for whatever reason, right?
So strike is the word there. So there's a big difference from strike to go into, to search. Like they're protected from strike, like you said, bombing, use of violence, things like that. But if you just go into them, there's no law that says you can't go into them to search for enemy capability. So there's difference there.
Do me a favor. Why don't you also explain to the people, because they don't understand, what is entitled to even go, like the timing and the procedure to even go clear out a tunnel, let alone if it's some major tunnels or several tunnels going on there that people are saying in 1 hour they walked in there, they cleared the hospital, and they got to show the tunnels. I mean, what would even be the procedure entitled?
Yeah, especially if it's the beef has to be shown. But if you believe it's multiple layers, is in depth, you don't even enter a tunnel without massive amounts of work, hours, special equipment, special people to look inside of it. They've already lost very recently, in the last few weeks, 5 IDF soldiers who had entered a tunnel and the booby trap exploded. So this will be done.
Colonel,
But John,
drones.
can't we
Colonel,
agree
we
that
have
this
drones.
is
We have
exactly
drones,
the
Colonel.
kind of...
Go ahead, Peter.
Sorry, no, sorry. I really enjoy this. I'm going to go to bed as well because it's 1:15 here. I really need to move back to the US because I'm so in a different time zone.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
But no, John, just whilst I've got you and whilst I'm here with you. So, but for me, isn't this the crux of the entire build up to the original, like going in, right? For at least 2 weeks, the whole fanfare was around, are the Israelis going to go in, to what extent? And now they're fully in. And we were all speculating and conjecturing about, right, they're going to go in, they're just going to keep it surface level, they're going to do bunker busters, which is a particular missile for listeners. Bunker buster is a type of missile where it hits hard, it goes down, it eradicates the underground networks through its blast radius and fallout. So, but they're not doing that. Just they're going in room by room, tunnel by tunnel, network by network. Like, shouldn't we expect that the IDF are going to lose forces? And this is a long haul campaign. They're going to be in here for several months, over the winter, over the spring. You know, the IDF are committed to this. Isn't that the case with these kind of tunnel?
Yes, absolutely,
operations?
absolutely. But the IDF made a choice to make the hospitals their first targets, the primary objective in the first phase of the operation, because of strategic reasons of their and now U.S. Position that they are being used, and actually that's the war crime on the Hamas side, to use the site for its protection. So they started with them as, and also I agree with Lev, to protect them so they can't be used by Hamas. So the worst thing you could do right now would be an explosion that levels one of the buildings. What kind of a space would it be if not IDF, but Hamas rigged one of the buildings? I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that would be a strategic, like, international condemnation, stop the operation kind of moment that the IDF has to move forward. And I think this is where people get tied up in the words. Like I, as a military guy, understood when the IDF says we have begun the Shifa hospital operation and have secured a section in preparation to putting ourselves in an advantage over the enemy. As in, I've isolated the thing. That takes a long time, isolating an objective. And then seizing a foothold in a building. And they actually were communicating with the hospital staff the entire time, seizing a building, then put yourself in the position to move to the next building, to the next building. And that's what but people got tied up. We're like, oh, the operation started. And I too thought in the morning we would see more than what we did, although that video was an attempt to show immediately something while the operation is going on. Once the IDF called the Shifa hospital operation done, I disagree with something that somebody just said. It will matter. It will matter if they do not find what they said they did at the beginning of
Facts.
this. Yeah, it will
Facts.
matter.
All
Yeah.
facts.
Can we?
Faraz.
I deal
So
in facts, Nelson. I deal in
Yeah.
facts.
that's why I like you, man. Let's talk
Can
about
we
it.
talk about
Faraz,
it,
let's do
Nelson?
it.
Let's talk about it, Nelson. What's up?
Man, let that thing
Let's
go,
go for
bro. Let's
us. It's
go.
good to see you, man.
Good to see you too. What's up, Nelson? What's up, Unk? All the other speakers and listeners. So, honestly, like today with this video that came out from the Israeli military, you know, it was a big fail, propaganda fail that I felt. Honestly, they were hyping it up for so long. You could say, yeah, you could make excuses and say like, oh, we're in the beginning and whatever, and they're not done and stuff. But honestly, no hostages, no command center, no tunnel networks, not no bunker. And they said at some point recently, they said there's a Hamas leaders hiding out there. No Hamas leaders, no militants. They found like 8 guns, like 2 grenades, some bullets, like a vest, some laptops, a pair of shoes. They were literally filming the pair of shoes as if it's like evidence or something. And honestly, I thought this whole hyping it up like we're gonna break, this is like a command center connected to a tunnel network, all of this stuff, like we didn't see any of that. And then they went and deleted the video that they posted themselves, like the Israelis deleted on their page. They had the whole video, and then they ended up deleting it like less than 24 hours after that. I don't know why they deleted it, but that's been a trend since October 7, honestly, of them posting stuff, and then people start scrutinizing it, and then they delete it a bit after, but it's already
How many
circulating.
for us? How many videos did the IDF delete?
Oh, at least
I
like
know they did one.
no, at least like 8.
No, I think this is definitely the second one for
No,
sure.
it's not
Second
second,
one,
bro. At
okay.
least
Yeah,
Number
at
two.
least 8. At least 8.
second that I know, by the
Yeah, that
way,
you
right?
know
I
of,
mean,
Nelson. 8 videos, I
yeah.
think they've already deleted from the ones that they post, and I think that's because like obviously like it's already spread over the internet, so people have
Did they
copies of them.
they didn't they did they not repost that video with blurred photos? The exact same video. Have we looked?
Oh, they did.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. You remember?
I don't know.
Oh,
May I
No.
jump to
So
say
Yeah,
one sec,
but,
one
something?
sec.
you guys gotta realize something, man. They're gonna put more information out. You guys like, hey, send it all out. So they're gonna put it all out without reviewing it and make sure that this stuff is ready to be
Yeah,
put out.
just
It's
make sure
crazy.
they put up the Toyota pickup trucks in the video, Jonathan. They're missing the Toyota pickup trucks.
Yeah,
You know.
well, you know better than I do about how dangerous those motherfuckers are with those candles on the back of Toyota pickup truck. Okay,
Yo, there's
you
no one.
know as well as
There's,
you know
there's
how
no one.
Yeah,
dangerous
there
that
you go.
is.
There's no one
And
more.
look, I trust. Look, as a starting point, if somebody deals in facts, I start off with the IDF is not lying. Other people start off with whatever they say. Doesn't matter what it is. It's a lie. It's propaganda. It's faked.
No,
I
no.
trust the IDF more than I do the Hamas terrorist organization.
See,
all
that's the
day.
problem. That's
Facts.
the
Just yeah,
problem,
facts.
Jonathan.
Facts.
That's the problem. No, no, this is the problem, right? I don't trust anyone. All right. I don't trust any single source. I like to see evidence. I like to scrutinize any piece. So this is the problem. When you approach it, when you're giving someone the benefit of the doubt, and this is the problem with the bias, John. I've heard you speak. You have experience, military experience, crazy military experience, urban warfare experience. But anytime that you talk about the IDF, it's always like they're correct until we prove them absolutely wrong. And it's so hard when you have the burden of proof to like the onus is on the person making the claim to prove it. It shouldn't be the other way around where we have to disprove it. You know what I mean? So this is the problem.
No,
And
I didn't
for us,
understand that. I didn't understand that at all. No, I
okay,
actually
let me
give
explain
people
it.
the
Let me
benefit.
explain it
Yeah,
another way.
go back.
So when I make a claim, the onus is on me. The burden is on me to prove that claim. Okay,
Yeah,
it
I don't
shouldn't.
know you. I know the IDF. I know people in the
You
Yeah,
IDF.
don't
but
I
know the
know.
not,
IDF.
not
You
only
know
that,
people
Faraz.
in the IDF. You
Yeah, I
know.
know. I know. I
Yeah.
know.
You know the people
But
in the IDF, and you trust the people in the IDF and what they tell you in the
that's
IDF.
right. Trusted
I know
sources.
the
Yeah. So
IDF.
that's a.
I know the IDF from another point of view. I know the IDF as a receiver, on the receiving end of their aggression, of their occupation. I live under the occupation of the IDF, and still, I don't see them as a monolith, but they're still an institution, right? So
But
I
Faraz,
understand.
you
I
know the problem,
can I
bro.
finish,
Well,
man?
say
Yeah, go ahead.
let Faraz
God.
finish, bro.
Please, Lev, with all due respect, please. I just want to say my piece. You know, it's very late over here. It's like 4:30. So me on the receiving end of the Israeli military have a different, completely different point of view, because we see how many times when it comes to Palestinians that you know, it's always guilty until proven innocent. They shoot a guy, oh, he's a terrorist. What do you mean he's a terrorist? 14 years old, he was on a scooter. Oh, he's a you know, he was a terrorist, and that's it. And then so some uproar happens. Oh, they post a photo of a knife. You know, there's a joke, a Palestinian joke going around where we caught them using the same photo of a knife for like four different people. It was the same exact image. And this is what I mean. This is what I mean. They try to cover for themselves because again, this is an army, and this is not unique to the Israelis. This is unique to, like, police forces do this a lot. You know, militaries do this a lot. They cover for their boys. They cover for the
Hey,
other people.
Frost, another question for you, just real quick. You're here before you got to go. I know it's late. How many embedded journalists are with Hamas right now?
I don't know. They have a few embedded journalists, but
Shit, Mr. Fafo, Mr.
no, man.
Yeah, I
Goddamn.
know,
Nelson,
right?
I
let's
mean,
not
Who?
start with Fafo. He's not Hamas. He's just
come
a
on,
content
dog.
creator, man.
But
He's
how
a
many
he's just a
external? Like, fine. Don't I agree with you? Don't believe anybody. Show me the evidence.
Yeah.
How many external?
That's
So
what I
the
expect from you, John. If you want
yeah.
to make an objective assessment, because if you want, you're a person who is an urban warfare specialist, right? So you should make like objective assessments about
Ah, but then
whether
people say
this
I'm
is just.
lying about the laws of war. So
No. It's not about the laws of war. I believe you when you talk about the laws of war. That's not the point. The
I
point
write
is
that down,
when.
Nelson.
No. I believe you when you talk about the laws of war, because you talk in a very technical way when you talk about the laws of war. But you remove yourself. That's a theoretical discussion. It's an academic discussion. That's when you take yourself out of, you know, the biases. But once you bring up the Israeli military, suddenly it's like, no, they're correct until we prove them wrong. No, that's not how it goes. The onus is on them. They're making the claim. Therefore, they're the ones who's supposed to back it up. Why? Because as a Palestinian with experience with the Israeli military, Israeli occupation forces, they lie all the time. They're
But Faraz,
spreading propaganda
Faraz, let me flip
all
that
the
on you. But let
time,
me flip that
every
on you.
day.
As
This
an
is the
Israeli,
problem. And so, sorry.
for us. But let me flip that on you as an Israeli. I could say the same thing that Hamas lies all the time. But what I want to ask you
Sure,
is this
sure. Let
question: for us, hold on, and I respect you because we go on these spaces, and I truly believe that you do want peace and you want there to be no killing. So I'm going to leave that off on the side. But I do believe when it comes to the information that you give, it's very biased, and this is what I want to say. You made a comment just now to Colonel Spencer, basically saying that you don't believe any information. You scrutinize every information, and to be sure, give me some examples of you scrutinizing Hamas information.
Whoa, Lev, you don't. I don't think you know me that well, but I
No,
scrutinize
no,
all pieces of information,
no,
even
no.
when Hamas puts something
Give me.
out. No, really,
I
really,
haven't
Lev,
heard.
Lev.
No,
I
that's
don't
what I'm
trust
saying to you.
anyone, Lev.
I'm not trying to put you out. I haven't heard. Please.
If you want to call
Every
me,
time
you
I
didn't
heard you,
hear.
you scrutinize only the Israeli information, saying because of the Palestinian side that you don't trust this Israeli information. That as soon as it comes out, the first thing of your opinion is it's propaganda, and
No,
they
no,
have to prove to you.
Hamas posts propaganda as well. But the point is,
But I never hear it from you. That's
what
what
do
I'm
you want to
saying to
hear?
you.
You want to hear me when Hamas says that we are, you know, we are still in the heart of the battle and we are pushing back on the Israeli occupation in the north. I don't believe that. I believe they're losing in the north. That's another. You know, example of me
What
not
about
believing
what
what.
the amount of people dead?
No, the
And
amount of people that yo
and who and who
let me
and who
put let me set the
and
record
who's
straight.
dead? And
Let
who's
me
dead?
set the record. Let me
Yes,
set the
yes.
record
Go
here.
ahead. Go ahead first.
This information, this is a point I keep hearing so many times. They write Hamas run Ministry of Health. The Ministry of Health is run by the Palestinian Authority. There are four ministries that are run by the Palestinian Authority in Gaza. Okay, you have to understand this, and I want you guys to stop repeating this because they're funded by it, managed by it, administered by the Palestinian Authority. Four ministries. the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Social Affairs, the Ministry of Civil Affairs. All four of these ministries in Gaza are run by the Palestinian Authority in Ramallah. How many times I heard this misinformation that goes, Hamas run figures. You know what? Lev, the figures are actually less than the reality, because these are the figures that they validated with the ICRC as well and with OCHA. The thing is, there are thousands of people under the rubble and hundreds of people in the streets whose bodies they can't collect, especially in the north, which are not even accounted for. And you'll see this in multiple. There's no reason for us to inflate the numbers. The reality is worse than what we're
No,
painting. Anything you
how
can
many of them
imagine.
are, but how many of them are Hamas fighters for us? Can we disintegrate? Because the way you're
How
making it
much do
seem,
you want to give?
no,
Lev,
I'm
is
asking
there a
you. I
world
don't
where you
know.
can justify 5,000 dead
There's
children? 5,000.
absolutely not. I agree with you. There's
Then
not
why are
even
we
one.
justifying it? Why
Not
are we
even
playing
one.
this
But I'm
game?
not justifying it. I'm telling you, not even one child. But you can't do without it. I mean, it's war. I
You
can't sit
can
here
do
and
without it.
justify because what? So then tell me, what's the number that you do justify? You
Let
know
me
that
tell you this.
Israel
Let
is
me
going to
tell you this, Lev.
respond.
I don't like double standards and hypocrisy. When they say Israel is completely precise and we're doing precision attacks and we're not, these are sometimes collateral damage, but they say they have so much precise ammunition and so much precise ordnance, and then they say 15,000 people are dead and 5,000 are killed. That means either that you precisely killed them and you knew you were going to kill them, okay, and you weren't being
Let
precise.
me
Is
help with
it
that for
this or
us, right?
that? What is it?
That there's no such thing as precise, bloodless war. I mean, it's just that I'm not justifying
John,
anything. I'm just saying
John,
any war. Like that's my area, right? You gave that to me.
Your area. John, have you ever seen a war in the first 30 days that has killed 5,000 children ever?
I have a question for you.
No,
How
no, wait,
come?
Maria, 1 second.
Just a
Sorry, before
second.
John,
No,
this is a
just a
Yes,
question for
yes,
second.
John.
no,
This is a
no.
question
For
for
us,
John.
in
Ever.
86 days in the Battle of Mariupol
First month,
last year,
30
first month,
days, first month,
30
5,000
done.
kids dead. Has that ever happened?
Battle of Mariupol, 30 days,
How many?
tens of thousands,
Tens of
unknown
thousands of
number because they
children
won't let
dead?
them in. Yes,
Mariupol in the first 30
yes,
days?
Yeah,
yes.
Ukraine. The
Okay, I'm
first
going to look
30
that
days.
up right now.
Go ahead. All right. So for us, just real quick, I gotta go as well. I trust your sincerity, and in this situation, in this context, don't believe both sides. And that's why I asked, like, where are the embedded journalists in Hamas to show that Hamas statement? There's no Hamas in any hospital. There's no weapons. There's no nothing. With the IDF, they have embedded journalists, and we hold they're lying. They're always lying. In this situation, in the hospital, what we're talking about in the title of the space,
I
show me not either side, but the external people come in and show me the stuff, and then I will actually come back and say that's messed up.
Do you
This is a
guys
big
mind
deal.
if
John,
I
the
jump in this one?
overwhelming
Would
No,
you
amount.
I
guys
was
mind?
One moment.
For us,
Real quick,
One
go ahead.
Faraz,
moment.
for
let's
us,
go to a lady. Let's hear a
Just
lady
one
real quick.
sentence. The
okay, thank you
overwhelming amount
so
of
much. For
videos.
us, I really appreciate you taking the second and allow me to pop in.
Let her get it out.
One of
Let her get it out. And then we'll go
the
to Faraz.
challenge that we're having is outside looking in. I got to tell you, and you guys know I'm super supportive of Israel and Zionist myself, but it was a bad look. I sat there and I just assumed when I woke up this morning I was going to see the 8 levels of tunnels that Mario Nawfal somehow got prior to everybody else, right? I just knew. I was like, who's Mario and why does he know this stuff? You guys are going to have to tell me who he is later. But when I woke up, got done with work and came in here and what do you mean? That's the video? And like you said, showing me shoes and maybe some ammo or whatever. And no. It may go down, and I'll be honest with this, as there are no weapons of mass destruction moment. Because I'm going to say, I am not happy. None of us want war. But it's almost like they guaranteed that they were going to show us some tunnels. And I understand that maybe we need to wait a day or two, but if there are not some tunnels and we took the risk, now, my gosh, I can't believe I'm talking about we, like I'm Israeli or something. I'm sorry, I'm just so passionate about support of some of the challenges going on there. But we're all out there and we're pounding our fists and we're saying you should believe um, all these horrible things happening from these tunnels, and that's the headquarters of the tunnels, or at least there's a main tunnel there. And then we come to find out that that's not the case. Now we have to start guessing as just the general public, as those people that love our brothers, our Abrahamic brothers around the world, right? We have to start saying, are we right to be trusting, or should we be making a second guess? Bad look, and I sincerely hope in the next 48 hours or something reasonable that there are some darn tunnels.
Absolutely.
Okay, just a
There
second. To change the
100%.
subject,
One
just a
second.
second.
There
To change
100% are tunnels there, guys. All right, 100%. When you think about the miles and miles of tunnels that's under Gaza, all right, the largest hospital to get the injured soldiers to that fucking hospital, even if it wasn't being used for fucking used for a command center to get their people to that hospital, okay, the injured to that hospital, they're going to have tunnels. So Israel, once again, they're being smart. You guys are thinking that you guys want video out before that video can be seen. They give up tactical information and everything else. No, you don't put that out there. It's going to be a day or two before it come out. But yeah, I have no doubt that there's tunnels under that hospital. None whatsoever.
This blind faith is
And
dangerous.
don't forget for us, also the United States with their technology has confirmed that there's tunnels underneath there. So this is not just taking Israel. If Israel's wrong, the United States gonna be wrong also. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
United States
a
never
major
before,
clusterfuck.
huh? Never talked about the baby incubators and the WMDs and all this other jazz that they pulled out before. Like they got a record too. I don't want to go through the U.S.'s
Oh,
record.
here we go. Yeah.
We can go. It's a long record, but
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah,
I
for,
have
for,
I have
for
the
us,
record.
for us, it sounds like you're not going to believe anything anyway.
No, I will. I
They,
believe my
for
John.
us, they can take for us, they can take you down and take you on a tour, and you're like, no, I think what they did is
No,
they
John. I
used some
never
magic
denied there
trick.
were tunnels, John. I never denied there were tunnels. I know there are tunnels. They've been. I know. I even know how they've progressed in terms of their tunnel creation and how basic the tunnels were in 2008 and 2007, and how they've become much more sophisticated since then. No one's denying that, John. That's not the whole point.
I mean,
The
there's a Syria girl, Frost, who says that there is tunnels, but Israel built them.
No, she said there was a bunker that Israel built, which is true. In 1983, they built a bunker. Okay, whatever. They built a bunker. Maybe if they come and film that bunker, that wouldn't be enough because Israel built that bunker when they were still
Never know.
occupied.
Never
No,
know.
we do know actually because there's records of it, but that's not the point. The point is the Israelis prop this up, this narrative that they're about to find a command center and they're about to find, all this, tunnel network and there's militants there and there's evidence of hostages. And then they tried to tone it down a few days before by saying, we might know now there might be a tunnel network, a command center, and Hamas leaders there. That was the last three things they said before going in. And we didn't see any of that. We saw shoes, we saw 8 rusty AKs, and we saw like vests. What the hell was that?
So for us,
Okay, maybe let's give him a day or give him another day. But the whole point is back to the whole disinformation component of this. Most of the videos coming out of Gaza are from just people with cell phones who are filming these atrocities. Just random people. They're not Hamas embedded journalists or anything. The Hamas embedded journalists are the ones taking videos of when they shoot an RPG at a tank. Okay, that's a Hamas embedded journalist. When the CNN goes with the Israelis inside and then they have to say, oh, all of this content, we have to also follow the IDF. Any content we have to submit to the Israelis before it's
No, they
reviewed.
say they studied it, said nobody touched it. So that's a disinformation for us. The CNN
No
said we had
information.
complete
I said
control
this.
of this.
I didn't
They
make
couldn't
the
take faces
Farid
of anybody but an officer. So let's be careful on
Zakaria,
that one.
Farid Zakaria said
Can I
on
speak to
CNN,
that?
he said all of the content as a disclaimer has to be reviewed by the Israelis before we post it, which
He's
means
not the
for us,
they
CNN
what
guy
about
who
the
went
respond.
in.
what about the Al Jazeera? What about the Al Jazeera interview of the old
Al
man in the
Jazeera doesn't.
hospital?
Okay, sure. Al Jazeera. Let's make that argument.
No, no, no. Where the old man
Lev,
turned around and said,
let's
Nelson
go.
Post said
Let's go with
yesterday.
that. Lev. I'm willing to base all of my cases not on Al Jazeera, not on CNN, not on the IDF, not on Hamas, not on any of these people, just of independent people with their cell phones filming the atrocities that are
No,
happening.
but that
This
was an
is what I'm
independent
saying.
person. No, I'm not saying Al Jazeera reported anything, but it was an independent person where Al Jazeera in the hospital, a 70-year or something year old man, was started turning around. They were interviewing him, and he started making comments. Again, I'm paraphrasing, where "Get the hell out of here!" and "Why are you hiding Hamas in the hospital?"
I'll tell
And
you
all
what
of
he
a
said.
sudden,
Yeah,
yeah,
No, they
exactly.
mistranslated that one for us.
He
But
was
it's
he
not to
was
say that Hamas don't build tunnels, right? You have to look at, they say this themselves, right? There's a great report by the Vice journalist where they take you through the tunnels. So you should watch it. It's not a,
Habiba,
it's,
what are you talking about? I'm asking him about the reporter, not the tunnel.
I know what you're talking about as well.
I'll
You're talking
respond to
about
that, Lev.
an old
Let
guy
him
who
please let him please
basically said
respond.
that there's,
Habib,
yeah.
thank you. Let him respond, please.
Mhm.
He said basically, why are Hamas doing this? Why are they always trying to hide between us and all of this type of stuff? And then the person took off the mic, and he didn't want to continue the mic because obviously, you know why. It's the same reason, you know. They don't want to portray that image, and they don't like when there's dissent on the videos when you're talking about Al Jazeera. And that's why I told you I don't want to base my info off Al Jazeera. I don't want to base my info off the CNN or Israeli news. I don't want to base my information off the Israeli military or of Hamas. I want to base my info off independent people with their cell phones that have nothing to do with anything. Just a guy taking a cell phone out. It's called independent journalism. That's a decentralized. That's why we're starting to see what's happening on the ground because of these things. Look, just because Hamas is not good doesn't mean the Israeli military is also means that they're good. There doesn't have to be a good and bad. There can be two bad sides. That's the whole point of what I'm trying to say. It's like both of them can do bad things, but who's doing the most amount of killing? Who's committing the larger amount of war crimes? Who killed 5,000 children? Guys, come on, what the
Okay,
fuck?
Firaz, I have a question for you, and the same question that I wanted to ask you before about the numbers. How come Israel is bumping? Yes, we are. And 5 minutes after, you know exactly how many kids died, how many people get injured, how many old people died. When for us, after the attack on October 7th, it took a couple of days to know how many people really died. Where are they? Like you're doing hocus pocus and billy billy bocus, and you know exactly how many people died.
Sorry,
Maria,
I can answer that
Maria,
actually,
Maria,
because take the
Maria.
example
Let me
of
just tell
Ahmed.
you, this
Take the
sounds
example
like
of Ahmed two
Holocaust
days
denial.
ago.
Honestly, this is
Hey,
like
hey,
Holocaust.
hey, hey, Nelson.
What's up, Grant?
Joe Biden just asked a question on live TV. If Hamas did to America what it did to Israel, what do you guys think we would do?
It
That
Well,
was
would
ask the
just
go
other
into
way
the
around.
sky.
Grant,
that
ask
was in the
something
last
else.
that was
Oh,
in the last 15 seconds.
Ask something else.
you know what?
Would
Real
the
quick,
US
Habiba,
treat? Yeah, would
real quick. Before you
Grant
jump in,
the counterpoint is
before you jump in, I need everybody in the space to answer that question right now. If Hamas did what they did to Israel October 7th, if they did that to the US, I want to know what you think the US should do in response. We have 1,000 people in here right now. I need 1,000 responses. So hit the chat feature at the bottom right corner of your screens right now. Respond to the tweet of this space with your answer. If Hamas did what they did to Israel October 7th, what would you guys do if you were the United States? Drop it in the chat right now. It's going to be interesting, and I'm going to be pinning some of your responses up top, the very interesting ones. But Habiba, jump in. Let's talk about it.
yeah. Hey, thanks Nelson for having me. I was traveling earlier, but what was I going to say? Look, the question is a good one, but another question is, if it wasn't a terrorist attack on American soil, for example, would you then go and raise the equivalent of Detroit or like downtown DC in response? Because it's 44,000 homes that have been raised, like grids, one after the other. So two wrongs don't make a right, you know.
Habib,
And
If you killed 1,400 Americans, I don't give a fuck where it was. If it was in Timbuktu, America would strike back and retaliate for their dead one. It
if
doesn't matter what
so,
city.
what if the town
So
was in
let
America?
so
Would
no
you
no
would
wait
you
wait
would
wait.
you
This
be
is a
okay
real
with
question,
that?
Habiba. 1 second. This is
Yeah,
a real question. Does
yeah.
Palestine have a right to respond if Israelis killed 1,400 Palestinians? Because they did. So when do we get to respond by having overwhelming force and starting to do that? This is the problem. When it's Palestine, suddenly
Yeah,
we're wrong, right?
but for us,
When it's Palestine, it's okay for us to die.
you're
We
talking
can't
about
defend
accumulation,
ourselves.
but you're talking about accumulation of a history
No, no,
between
no,
two
no. Let's
places.
talk about
One,
2021. 2,000 people were killed by Israel. What do we do then?
Firaz, how many missiles by accident by Hamas was falling inside Gaza?
You're just here to spread disinformation about these,
No,
like,
no, it
oh,
was
there's so many missiles
40%
attacking.
of
Okay,
your
Maria,
missiles
let's talk
killing
about the
your
West
own
Bank then.
people.
Let's talk
And
about the
then you
West Bank.
decline Israel by those
250,
people. So please, how many
200.
how many
Okay, Maria,
missiles
Maria,
by the
Maria.
Jihadi
I have a
Islam
question
by
for you.
Hamas fell inside Gaza? Please answer that
I have a
question.
question for you. Let's say 100. I don't care. 100 missiles out of the
Okay,
30,000
okay, and
missiles.
100. How many people
Yeah,
died from your missiles?
yeah. How many Israelis died from
Do
the Hamas?
Palestinians deserve
30
an
million.
Iron Dome?
No, no. One sec. Forget
Really?
all
You're
this.
really
Forget all
asking
this.
this question? Okay,
Yeah,
listen.
Maria,
When we
I
Maria,
are
am.
Maria,
okay,
Maria.
I'm
Let me
going to
just
1 second, ladies. I need one mic right now. Let me get one mic on Faraz real quick. quick, and then I'll move the conversation around.
Thank
Ross,
you.
let's go.
They're doing something that they're not supposed to
She's
do. They're
crazy,
not
man.
going
Listen,
to.
do you hear the
Just a
genocidal
second. Just a
Israelis? Can you
second.
hear? These are the
No,
people you're supporting, by the way,
that
guys.
hear you,
No,
can
let
we?
her talk
Here's
because
the
she's
people you're
Just
giving
a
supporting.
herself a
second.
rope.
Just a second. The people that listen to you
Yeah,
right
he was on a
now, they
scooter, by the
really
way.
think. Just a second. They really think that the kids that you are talking about, it's kids that going to school, that they are getting
You've
education.
shot them in school too. You've killed kids in
Just
schools as well.
wait. You are talking. Okay. Just let's make it clear.
Children,
Ask the
little girls
question
in school
again.
have
No,
been
no,
killed
no.
Bilas,
by
let
the
her
Israeli
keep
No, no, no.
justifying,
military.
If
Yani.
you want me to answer your question, ask the question.
Trying to
You
say,
are.
Didn't hear you right the first time. Just
no, she
restate
heard
the
you
question.
right. It's just you guys are getting a glimpse into the genocidal nature
No,
of our opponent.
just restate it
Listen,
though. Restate it.
so
Restate it.
so all right. There's been 250 Palestinians killed in the West Bank, including 49 children from January 1st till October 6th. What is the Palestinian right to self defend and response supposed to be to this?
Okay, so let's make it clear. You're talking about the West Bank and not about Gaza, right? Let's make it clear.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Now, when you're talking about those children, does those kids hold the gun? Yes or no?
No, Maria. Children
No.
don't hold guns.
Firaz, Firaz, Firaz. Let's make it clear again.
Oh my God.
Those kids were part of a terrorist organization, even if they were under 18. Yes or no?
No, Maria. Let's take. You want to take specific examples? You want to
Yes,
take
please.
specific
Yes,
examples?
please. Yes, please.
Okay, sure. Let's say Tul Karim. Okay,
Yes,
yesterday, Tul
I know
Karim.
Tulkarm. Yeah.
Two kids in Tul Karim.
Uh huh.
Okay,
I know
were on
about
their
the operation.
scooters. There's no operation. There were two kids
No,
on their scooter
no, no.
playing.
It was an operation in Tulkarm,
Operation
Okay,
and
Operation Kill Kids on Scooters. What the fuck are you talking about, Maria?
no, it's because they were near to the operation. Why they were there?
Oh,
No, no.
collateral
My question
damage.
is why they were
Colla-
there. Now, listen,
yes.
Firas, I have kids,
MashaAllah.
okay? I have children. If I know that now the army is going to come and to attack a random place, yeah, I'm
You don't
gonna
know
take
actually they're
my
gonna come. They
kids.
just
I'm
come.
gonna take my kids away from the place,
That's what they were
okay?
doing actually, Moria. They were running. They
No,
were on their
come
scooter running.
on.
Yeah, and the video, we have video, and this is the problem, Moria. When we have video, we can prove it. And how many kids died when there was no video, no CCTV, no one saw them, just eyewitnesses, and then the Israeli military just goes and says they
It's
were
the same
terrorists. You
mind.
know, next to my
We've
Firas, it's
house
the
shared a
same
couple
last
of
mind
videos,
year.
like in
guys.
Gaza. They are using the children as a human shield because they
Shut up!
want
But
us to think that no, I'm not, because this is the truth and everybody
you're
knows
a
that.
terrorist. The
They
fact that you're
want us to
You
justifying the
think
killing of kids,
that
you're a
kids are
terrorist.
dying by the Israeli military. No,
Why
come
don't they
on.
use
Hey,
At
one,
the
Israeli
one
end of
mic,
the
one mic,
hostages
day,
one mic
this
on
is
shields?
Habiba.
why Hamas,
One,
this is why Hamas
Hamas.
stop.
حبيبتي, let me tell you.
One
أنا
second.
بحكي
One
عربي
second.
صاحبة يا
كمان.
صاحبة اسمع.
أنا بحكي.
Ladies.
He just
Listen.
cursed me in Arabic.
I mean, ladies, let's speak English. God damn it, I don't know how to speak that shit respectfully. You understand what I'm saying? We're in America. God damn it. Okay, let's speak English. Okay, English. I don't even know how to say that shit in Arabic. But real quick, Mariah, listen. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, we can't sit here and act like the Israeli military are a bunch of fucking angels who never do anything wrong and never fucking make mistakes and do some dumb shit and some bad shit. I mean that'll be disingenuous as shit to sit here and say that, right?
I
Ooh, then
And
never
wild
say that
out,
the
Nelson.
Israeli
one
You're
second,
army.
guys.
wild out.
One sec. Let me just. Listen. I'm just trying to keep it real. Okay. I don't want to bullshit. I just want to keep it real with you guys. I've seen some crazy stuff, right, with individuals from the military, right, doing some crazy things, right. I've seen it before. Okay, not everybody in the Israeli military is innocent. Not every Jew is innocent. Not every Israeli is innocent. The same with Palestinians, the same with black people, the same with white people, the same with every fucking race and ethnicity and religion on the face of planet Earth. We can't sit here and act like everyone's a fucking angel. I'm just keeping it real, right? And I'm pretty sure we all can agree with that shit. We probably got some terrorist motherfuckers in this space tonight. Shit. You know what I'm saying? So just try to keep it real. Try to keep it real 100%, right? So before we keep this thing going, I asked you all to put some things in the chat in regards to, hey, if this was the United States, Hamas came in, killed 1,500 people, what would your response be? I'm going to read some of these responses right now and highlight some of these people by pinning your responses at the very top of the space. Okay. And then I'm going to toss it back to Habiba and, we can keep this show going. So Daniel says the same damn thing Israel is doing. Rain says we would absolutely destroy Hamas. SCOTUS says we would level it. Mama H says blow it the fuck out of the sky. Arez says the U.S. would wipe out Hamas. Apes. I don't know why you call yourself apes, but it's all good. If Hamas attacked the US, they would all be living in tents right now. God damn. Okay. Double D says they'd handle it the way they handled bin Laden, not how the IDF have handled it. Okay. MTC says they'd bomb the fuck out of them. Yo, I swear to God, man, the US don't play. Yo, you do understand the US will level the fuck out of Gaza, though, right?
100%, and that's why the Biden administration, the first thing they did when Biden went to meet Netanyahu, he said, "Don't make the same mistakes we made in 9/11 that we did in Iraq." And that's exactly why he told him that. He's like, "I understand you're in pain, I understand your rage, but we fucked up in Iraq. We did some horrible shit." So, and then what did the Israelis do? They did worse. They started saying, "Nah, fuck that, fuck that. No, double Iraq. Let's triple Iraq numbers right now, first 30 days." That's what they're doing. And the problem is, Nelson, the current government in Israel, if you want to look at the current, there's two ministers right now in the current government of Israel that were charged with supporting terrorism by the Israelis. Imagine how much of a terrorist you have to be for the Israeli government to consider you a domestic Jewish terrorist, bro. They weren't even accepted into the IDF because how extreme these motherfuckers were. You understand this government who's running this shit? This is a genocidal government on a Tuesday, bro. After October 7, they went fucking crazy, bro. They dropped 6,000 bombs in the first fucking 2 weeks, Nelson. This is not a debate. What are you talking about, Nelson? This is ridiculous, man. There's war crimes happening and they're justifying as if it's some self defense thing. It's not about Hamas. This is not about Hamas. Come on, man. Let's be real, man. Let's fucking be real about this. There's
Now I hear,
fucking
bro. I hear what you're saying, brother. I listen. I hear what you're saying. How the other side thinks and how they're coming to their, understanding. Similar to you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? So either way, let's keep this thing rocking and rolling. I want to go to Dr. Waleed. Dr. Waleed, jump in. Listen, I need a third co-host, man. I keep sending a goddamn.
Nelson, just want to make a quick comment about what Firas is saying, okay?
Let's do it, Dr. Waleed. Let's do
Okay,
it.
cool, thanks. Israel is doing what's best for Israel. Okay, man? They're doing what's best for Israel, what's best for their citizens. That's exactly what they're doing. Is Hamas doing what's best for the Palestinians? Of course it's all about Hamas. Of course it is. Of course. So if Hamas knows that Israel is such a fierce army and let's say savage and all these words, and I'll entertain that. Really, you would go poke the bear like that, trespass, and kill 1,400? Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Go ahead. We can hear
Yeah,
you.
So, so
we
even
can
if
hear
I
you.
entertain, playing the victim is not going to help. You should do what's best for the Palestinians. Should do what's best for the Palestinians, just like what Israelis do what's best for the Israelis.
I have a question for
Okay,
you,
hang
Dr.
on.
Walid. I have a
Let me
question for you.
finish my point. I did not interrupt you.
It's got to do with your point. It's got to do with your point.
I did not
Do
interrupt
you
you though. Let
think?
me finish my thought.
No, I just want to ask you a question because it has to do with your point, with your thought, what you're
Let's let him
talking about,
finish.
right?
Let's
Let's
make
let him
sure,
finish.
Firas.
Let's let him finish. Go ahead, Dr. Willie.
Okay, so that's my point. My point is Israel is not Palestine. Israel is not responsible for the Palestinians. Israel is responsible for the Israelis. Hamas controls Gaza. Hamas is responsible for the Palestinians. Okay? Hamas is guilty as fuck.
Sorry, can I correct that point?
Hi,
Because it's legally
everyone.
and factually incorrect.
It is
Yeah.
correct. Let me
No,
finish.
no. An
Can I
occupying
speak,
power is
Nelson, after,
Ya
responsible.
please?
Habibi, the destruction is happening now in Gaza. Hamas controls Gaza.
The
Israel left
occupying
Gaza in
power is
2007. No, no, no,
responsible.
no, 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 no.
No,
Let me
The
I
finish my
posted a
point.
occupying
link.
power is
Yeah,
responsible.
one second, guys. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Yo, what are y'all doing, man? Let the man speak. You guys keep interrupting him. Like, what are you scared of?
So
What are
I'm
you
not
scared of?
disagreeing with Firas. I agree with him that Israel is no angel. No one is disputing that. Of course they're not. Of course they're not. But don't blame the mistakes of your leadership on your quote unquote enemy. Okay? You should actually لازم يكون محاسبة Hamas. The Palestinians should say, come Hamas, what the fuck did you do to us? How can you do this? That's the real point. That is it. Of course it's all about what Hamas did. October 6th, there was no destruction in Gaza. October 8th, destruction started in Gaza. And now, thanks to Hamas, Gaza will be occupied again for the foreseeable future. Wow, what a victory. What an accomplishment Hamas did. Thank
That's
you.
a fact. That's a
I have a
fact.
question for you, Dr.
Collect your
Walid.
dead from the tanks.
Faraz,
I have a, I have a
Faraz,
question
jump
for
in.
Dr. Walid.
Wait,
So,
real,
question.
real quick, Faraz, before you jump in. Ashley, what do you say about dead friends?
I,
What do you say?
I told him to collect his dead from the tanks instead of coming here talking about the IDF is going to occupy Gaza.
What does that mean? What are you talking about? Collect your dead from the tank.
Saying
He
they're going to
needs to
lose,
collect.
basically.
They need to collect their terrorists from those damn tanks that Hamas keeps blowing up. Go grab your dead.
So,
All right,
I have a
Faraz, go
It's
question.
ahead.
not a
I have a
dumbass.
question for.
She is
I
on
have a
some
question.
serious shit.
I have some question for Dr. Walid. Listen. So, do you think that the Israeli government, the current Israeli government, is doing what's best for the Israelis? Do you think that's what they're doing?
Look, man, I'm not an Israeli citizen. That's for the Israelis to answer. Okay? But
No,
from
because
the
you
outside,
mentioned that.
hang on, let me answer you. But from the outside, they're definitely doing a better job for their citizens than Hamas is doing for their citizens.
You're not
Okay,
even
cool.
their
Thank
citizens.
you.
How would you know?
I mean, it's a fact. Ashley, you're asking some dumbass questions. I'm gonna keep it real
No,
with
it's
you,
not.
right?
It's he literally sat on this stage
By the way,
talking
guys,
about what's good
Ashley's
for
my
Israel.
favorite troll. You're probably
He's
gonna see
literally
her on
not
my
even.
next clip that I'm gonna post on my Twitter page. But let me just hit it one more time. Dumbass. All right. Okay. Let's go to
No, I
Kate.
literally
Kate.
said the facts. You can't do
All right.
Thank
anything.
All
you.
right. Dumbass. Kate, let's talk about
Hello.
it, man.
Hello,
What's up?
everyone.
May I
Uh,
answer the question as an Israeli?
I literally just went to somebody else. Let him speak though, and I'll toss the mic to you, Barai, right
okay.
after him.
Thank you, Nelson. Hello, everyone. I have not a good English because I am Palestinian who live in France, and I am, I laugh a lot about what Moria said, and Firas, you are a great man. What you said, it's the perfectly the reason why Israeli it's a terrorist state. Uh, you know, everybody speak about Hamas. Okay, you are not obligated uh, uh, to be agree for what Hamas did or no. No problem. It's okay, but you have to know why Hamas did that. You know why Hamas did that? Hamas did that for 75 years of colonization, of murder, of genocide, of uh, of all the kids and the woman and the man who was killed by the terrorist Israeli, because the army, Moria, I am agree with you. Israeli is very good state. The army of Israel is very good. They are, mashallah, they are, Allah Barik,
Thank you so
mashallah.
much. I appreciate that.
Thank you so. But you know, this is incredible when you see some video, when you see some photo, when you see the reality for more 40 days now, 40 days, and you
The
and
picture
you.
from Yemen and from Syria that you are
Please,
using, and
let me
to
speak,
lie to
please.
the whole
Let me
entire
speak,
Stop
world
please.
that it's from
subjective. Please, Maria,
Please,
let him
please.
Gaza.
Let me
stop
speak,
trying to
please.
deflect, man. Just let him finish.
Please, thank you. When you see for more 40 days what Israeli make, and you continue to support them, wallah, you are worse than them, because you see the proof, you see what they said, you see what they do, and you continue to support them. I don't have words for people like you, because uh, see what's happened, you see the genocide, and you decide to continue to support this state, uh, that support Palestinian in France here. About that, I want to speak about something. You know, a few minutes ago, Firas speak about Turkarim. I lost 6 days ago my cousin there. He was killed by an Israeli soldiers. He don't have guns. I don't know why you say some kids have guns. You are crazy. Wallahi, you are crazy. We don't have guns. We have just we have
Why
just
did he
fork
get killed? Okay.
or spoon. I don't know why you say
Why
that.
did he get killed? What happened? Give us the story. Don't just say he got killed. What happened?
Okay, look, he was in the street because he have, like, after what this sharmuta of Mahmoud Abbas said, everybody in the street in West Bank go to the street and make demonstration and fight against the Palestinian Authority army, and the Israeli soldiers, and my cousin was there. He did nothing.
Man, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, nah, I'm gonna be quiet because if it cut, like you scare me. Yeah, I mean the way you dress. I mean, it's just. I'm sorry, but I get it. He was there and he was fighting against the Palestinian Authority army and the Israeli soldiers. So that means he was the bad guy all the way around.
No, he wasn't fighting. He was just demonstrating. He was out in
Yes,
the street.
this is the demonstration, because everybody speak about, like Walid. He said that this is the fault. This is not all the fault of the Palestinian, but we have the responsibility,
When you
because
guys say demonstrations, like they don't throw rocks, they don't throw shoot, they don't do a cocktail. I mean, like they just
Let
And
go
you're
there
also
look,
and
look,
like
acting
look,
like
look,
they're
look,
not
look,
you
look,
see
look,
defending
look, look.
themselves
Please,
with the
please, please.
rocks, as they have the right to.
What do you mean?
Okay. Look. Even tomorrow he want to fight with the Israeli soldiers. Even he want to fight with the Palestinian Authority. Even this is normal to kill them for that. This is normal to kill citizens because he is not happy for what's happened. And we say that Hamas in Gaza, so Israeli have to defend themselves. In West Bank we have Hamas. We have Hamas. We have the the like. Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry, sorry.
who
I muted.
muted him? Who muted
Bad.
him?
Me. My bad. My bad. Sorry.
it's okay, no problem. So even this is not normal. Even in Gaza, we have a building of the name of my family. He have some people of my family was there. The Israeli soldiers bombed this building to some space and to speak that uh, we have to defend ourselves because he have some kids have guns. MashaAllah. Very good. You have to continue your speech, but we
I
see.
will. I want to say to everybody, who are you? This is Ahmed Yassin. His picture is
Yes, of
Ahmed
course, of course,
Yassin.
of course. Yes, but
Ahmed, you want to
look,
say
look,
to
look, Moria,
everybody who
Moria,
was
Well,
Ahmed
Moria,
Marie,
Yassin?
Marie, Marie,
Moria, Moria,
Marie.
Moria. Okay, no
Marie,
problem.
let's let
Look,
him finish, please.
yes, yes, Jonathan. Okay, I will tell you what is my picture. It's okay, no problem. This is the creator of Hamas. This is Ahmed Yassin. Okay, no
I
problem.
told you,
And
bro. I didn't want to say it looked like a terrorist. I got quiet. I said, look, that's and that scares yo, bro.
It's okay,
I said that.
but look, Jonathan, look, what I
Why the
said.
fuck do you have a picture of the leader of Hamas there?
We
Okay,
really
but
need a middle
look,
finger icon
please,
on this.
please,
Can we get
please.
a middle
I will
finger
just
icon?
finish in 2 minutes. Look,
Hello,
I said that
man. You
before
have
my.
the picture of Yasin, Shaykh Yasin. Why do you
Guys, you
have the
keep going
picture
on
of Shaykh
about a
Yasin?
photo. Let's move on.
One
Okay,
mic,
please,
please.
please.
One mic
Why
on
do you have
him.
the picture of Shaykh Yasin? You know who is this?
Okay, can I
Can I get
continue,
one mic?
please?
Okay, let him finish.
Yes, please. Just 2 minutes, and after, wallah, I go fuck myself. No problem.
Yeah,
Just
wait.
I want.
Somebody else is talking. Hold on. Somebody say go fuck yourself.
It's okay. It's okay. Look,
No, he said let
I
me
speak
finish.
about me. I speak about me. Ya Hamar. I speak about me. Look, but what I said before, I said it's okay if you are not agree for what Hamas did or no. It's okay. It's not a problem. I will not say you are terrorist because you don't support Hamas. But in the Israeli side, if you are not agree with the Israeli army, with the Israeli state, you are anti-Semite. In France, this is incredible. I don't know if in
Hold
United
on, hold on,
States.
hold on, hold on. Nelson, refresh your connection. Your connection error is coming. Host
Please,
error,
please,
connection error.
let me finish. Let me finish, please. Let me finish. So this is incredible. Me, if you are not agree, it's okay. Never mind. I will never say you are anti-Arabs because you don't like Hamas. Never mind. Just for finish, and after I will go. In France, my brother, we have a very very destructive weapon. The destructive weapon we have. This is the boycott.
I've been here for a long time. We got to bring that plane down. You got to land this.
Okay, no problem, no problem. So thank you to hear me. We have a space for we call them Radio Gaza. You everyone here are welcome. If you want to speak every time, no problem. You can go to our space and we will speak. Thank you so much, Nelson, for the time. Thank you, Faras. You are a very good guy. Thank you, Jonathan, for giving the mic. And assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa